Okay, let's get started. All right, guys. Hi, good morning, or maybe good afternoon at this point. It's 11:15 my time. This is Dan. Welcome to Angle, guys. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the June forecast for the sign of Aries. If you have a sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Aries, you may want to watch this just to see what type of a month you may have in June. If you have heavily placed planets, which would be 3 or more, in the sign of Aries, you may want to watch this also, because that could have an influence or indication as to what sort of June you'll be having. This is a broad spectrum reading intended to reach a lot of different Aries, both with different placements and all of that. So you kind of have to take whatever works for you and leave the rest. If things don't match up or don't work, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's wrong or broken. It just might mean that, where your planets are in what houses could be affecting stuff. There's a lot of different factors. So don't, worry if it doesn't make sense or doesn't seem to fit with, how you're feeling, or what I'm saying doesn't fit with what's going on in your life. Please, if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. I'm here every month doing these. I also have a daily forecast that you can check out every day. In there is contact information on how to support the channel, how to contact me on my social medias, how to book a private reading, and also some things that I want you to keep in mind about as you're utilizing my reading. So please check out a daily forecast and just read the drop-down video description so that you understand sort of the purpose of these readings and how I want you to utilize them. So this first card here is from Kim Kranz's Animal Spirit Oracle deck, and it is the guide card for the month, or sort of the signifier for the month. It gives us an indication of maybe an aspect of ourselves we want to pay attention to, nurture. It could be something as simple as just an animal guide that we might want to look out for. Could give us indications over to the overall arching theme of what kind of a month we may have. So let's see what's going on for Aries. So Aries gets the golden egg. Ooh, weird. Not even an animal, Aries. Not how unvegan of you. I'm just kidding. So to me, the golden egg, I believe this is considered part of spirit. Let me just double check in the book. It's been a long time since I've worked with this deck. But I believe, yeah, this is the spirit part, is it not? Well, no, that's Phoenix and Dragon and all of that. Somebody else got Dragon, Sea Serpent. I just want to see golden egg. Yeah. So it's message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. I'm not going to read the whole story to you. What I do want to say about this feels like something very precious and valuable. Either is our focus this month, or is, maybe it's something that we've had on the back burner for a while. Now might be the month to start to begin to incubate our ideas, our beliefs, our thoughts around new beginnings, creation, creativity, that sort of an energy. The golden aspect of this egg makes me think about the opportunity that comes along with this card, right? The possibility that comes along with this card. The idea that quite possibly we could be sitting on a gold mine, or some idea that we need to bring to fruition, or we need to nurture at this time, so that we can bring ourselves forward in a positive direction. I feel like this has a lot of meanings for a lot of different people, because it's not necessarily a specific animal. It's an egg, it's an idea, it's something that we maybe haven't shared, that we've maybe been protecting or desiring for a while and thinking, oh, wouldn't it be nice if... It's that kind of an energy, Aries. And so now might be the time to actually really start to consider the reality of this egg, or what that possibility, that dream, that desire, what it would look like in our real day-to-day world, and how we would go about making it manifest. How would we go about incubating and delivering this sort of baby into being? Does that make sense? And so I think that this is a very auspicious card, an exciting card. And hopefully, judging by the cards that come out in the tarot, we can better understand what this means for the month of June. So let's see what's going on for my Aries. This first card is your center. This tells me where you're centered at and kind of what your focus is, where you are at, what you could potentially be creating for the future, also keeping that in mind. So this is the Four of Wands, beautiful card. This is about spirit and that element of fire, which would be Aries energy. So it's very much at home. This is about celebration. This could be something as simple as coming back into contact with those that we love and care about. For some of you, this could be about even maybe finding a very important, significant other, especially with this golden egg here. To me, this feels like the prize in that, the machine with the claw arm. Like, to me, this is that. Finding that and getting it, winning it, experiencing it, becoming aware of it even, right? And when we see this Four of Wands in the center, to me, this is about being connected to spirit, the magic of life, the celebration of life, and really letting that enjoyment and that connectivity, that spiritual connectivity, be our focal point, right, throughout the month of June. So this could be creating this, or this could be creating this. Does that make sense? They kind of have a symbiotic relationship. If you look at the gold color and then the gold color of this card, they're very much in tune color-wise too. But this to me is about seeking sort of the highest, most exciting, most desirable forms of social activity, collectivity, reasons to celebrate, reasons to feel connected, reasons to be inspired. If this isn't about like a soulmate connection with, like, say, friends or lovers, this could be about a fated connection or something that inspires us so much, like, say, career-wise, that we just can't do anything but go after it. We can't deny it any longer. Does that make sense? So to me, this feels like it is obviously, there's a form of celebration that comes along with this card. This is a time to celebrate and to get excited about life again. And I mean excited, not just like, ooh, this will be neat. This is like a depth of excitement that hits us at a spiritual level, because we see this in Golden Egg also, that we need to pay attention to, we need to harbor, we need to nurture, and we need to build this month of June, right? And that's why this is your center. The next card is the foundation. This is what everything's built upon. It tells me a little bit about the past as to what was going on and why things are the way that they are today. It's also the memory of this card that can sometimes be holding everything in place, or pushing everything forward into the future. So let's see what that is. So we have the King of Wands. Not mad at this card either. This is very much Aries energy also. King of Wands is Mr. If I can see it, I can make it, I can have it, I can sort of create it, sort of thing. And so when we look at him down here in the foundation, I like him down here not only because in the past there was a period of time where we felt much more in control, in authority, active, willing to take action, decisive about that action. This is very much like that clear-cut sort of Aries energy of, like, maybe being a little bit demanding, but going after it and not taking no for an answer, right? There's a certain, like, directness and like a simplicity in the quality of the King of Wands, where he just takes what he wants because he knows he needs it. He doesn't really care about. It's not that, I don't want to make him sound like he's greedy. It's not that, but it's it's like going after the thing that we want and not allowing anything to stop us. And that's what his energy is about. And so there was a period of time where you were feeling that way, where you were running your Aries energy, where you were demanding sort of what you need, when you need it, how you need it, and making sure that it took place, whether it was up to you or someone else. You made sure that it was taken care of. And so I think that with him in the foundation, it says to me that there's room for big success here, especially with the Golden Egg and him in the foundation and the Four of Wands in the center. There's room for big, change, action, decisions being made that are going to better our situation or move us in profound ways towards that with which we desire at a level that maybe we haven't chased in a really long time. So be prepared for June, Aries. Let's look at the Spirit or Soul card and see what it's got to say. So we have the Emperor. This is Aries energy. Okay, this is the card that's represented by Aries. He has all the best virtues of all four kings. This is telling me right out of the gate, Aries, figure out that you deserve this, which I don't think that you'll have a hard time doing with these three cards in this run. This is a lot of fire, though. I am going to say that. So, and it's funny because sometimes heat incubates eggs. So maybe we need all of this fire going on in the month of June. But this is a lot of fire. This is a lot about connection to the spirit. Emperor is the fourth card of the major arcana. He is about discernment. He is about authority, intelligence. He's all of the things that the King of Wands represents, but even bigger. He is the director, the leader. This is about listening to your highest self. This is about trusting what your higher self has to say. The guidance that it's giving should be, intelligent, direct, with high expectations, and you have to meet all of those expectations. This is not a month for Aries to lay around and do nothing. Certainly not with this in the foundation, and certainly not with him up in the spirit area. We have an opportunity here for you guys to move yourselves forward in a way that could be extremely dynamic and extremely powerful. But for some of you, it could feel a little scary. Like I would be afraid of these cards if they were my cards, to be honest, because there's a lot of opportunity here. But sometimes with opportunity, fear of failure can kick in. But I don't think you can fail with these three cards in your center, okay, Aries? So let's see what's going on in the outside influences. These are things that can be affecting us either positively or negatively in the month of June. Sometimes they can be people or events, sometimes things more vague like belief systems or energies. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is an opportunity for independence, financial abundance. There could be new job offers or new opportunities for raises or position what's the word I'm looking for? Promotions even that allow us to really shine and show who we truly are, what we're truly about. We also see that authority reflected both in the Emperor and in the King of Wands. So we're working from this really powerful place of sort of knowing who we are, knowing what we can do, what our skill set is, and taking action on that. This is an opportunity here to sort of build upon that action taking and those decision-making skills through the making of money or means, however physical means and whatever it is that you need. The Nine of Pentacles will provide that for you, but you have to be sort of ready to take it, ready to take the steps to make it happen. With the King and the Emperor, you will be. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So this is beautiful. This is so we have earth energy on one side, we have water energy on the other. I like these because they sort of balance each other out. But with all of this fire, you kind of need some other influences in here. The fact of the matter is all of this fire, it could make for an extremely productive, driven, dynamic month, but it can also be a little bit maybe for some of you intense or overwhelming, or you might be a little too intense or too driven for others around you. When I look at this Ace of Cups, to me, this is about emotional opportunity, right? Coming at you from the outside. So whatever it is that my Aries are creating, whatever this golden egg is, whatever this idea is, and for each one of you, it's going to be something different. I mean, think about that thing that would make you sort of the most happy, the most pleased, that would feel like the most precious thing that you could have. June may be the month that you actually start to set into means and into making this dream come true. That is also the emotional sort of abundance and overflow of the Ace of Cups. This is that feeling of love. We have almost a financial security here happening in the Nine of Pentacles, and all of our sort of physical needs are being met by the universe, and our emotional needs are also being met, sort of to help balance out all of the spiritual desire that's running through these three cards, right? So that we don't just totally burn out. It's to me, this could be a battery running on too intensely, but we've got these outside influences almost working in your favor to kind of balance the levels out, both physically and emotionally, so that you continue to pursue and live at this sort of maybe high spiritual vibration, and this drive pushes you forward through June, going after the things that you want. You have to go after them, though, with the utmost sort of intelligence, strength, care, discernment, all of those sort of things. The Emperor is going to make sure that you deliver, but you have to live up to it. There's no cutting corners with that Emperor sitting in your spirit space. So keep that in mind. Plus, you have the King of Wands down in the foundation. So there's a lot of, I would say, maybe personal expectation you might be placing on yourself during this month, but just know that you can meet that. And as you meet that, be appreciative of the opportunities where you get to feel emotionally connected, emotionally appreciated, financially appreciated, all of that sort of stuff. They should be coming at you at the same time. And not these two, but I mean, as at the same time as you're running all of this expectation of yourself, right? You should be receiving these, how do I want to say it? It's almost like, you know, I don't know why I'm getting the picture of doggy treats in my mind, but these are like treats feeding you along the way on this journey of pursuing what it is that is at your highest vibration. So like, go for it, right? Don't hold back this month. The next card is the potential outcomes card. This card tells me where my Aries are going to potentially end up by the end of the month, by the end of June. It's not set in stone though. So if this is a negative card, we can take it as a warning and, you know, make choices through free will to make changes to this outcome. But if it is a positive card, we can take heart in the fact that we're naturally heading towards this. And we just sort of have to let things unfold naturally. So let's see what it is. It's the Knight of Swords. So this is a bit of a gung-ho attitude. This is sort of like jumping in there and taking charge, making things happen. Swords is complementary to Aries fire energy. And to all of this fire that is here, this might be sort of, to me, this could be the impetus, because we see that golden egg, right? That could be the impetus for the idea, right? And in the month of June, we're sitting in the sort of what if expectation of what it is that we desire spiritually, not only from the past, but in the now, and also what we desire at our most like sort of soul driven level right now. And it's very much, we're very conscious of it. As we begin to think on these things, right? And as we begin to sort of incubate this golden egg, so to speak, this month of June, we start to notice that those good vibes, those good thoughts, those excitements bring about sort of emotional well-being, opportunities for emotional well-being, and opportunities for maybe financial stability or independence, so that we can sort of further even entertain these ideas of spirit of what is it that I want? What is it that I truly desire? What is it that I deserve? How am I going to get there? The outcome to me is almost like us finally starting to take action, right? This knight is jumping to out into action with the swords, with his thoughts, with his ideas, with his words, right? Sometimes the Knight of Swords can be jumping out ahead of time or a little bit too excited to get to the party. But to me, I feel like with all of this fire energy, I feel like he sort of feeds that fire, but he also sort of takes mental action on acting on some of the desires that are going on in these three fire cards. Does that make sense? So if we feel like the burn or the desire welling up in us in the early part of June, by the end of June, we're actually finally ready to sort of put some of that, those ideas, those actions to into practice, if that makes sense. And we start to move towards this goal, this, you know, the golden egg, whatever that is for you. And it's funny that his horse is turned this way and he looks like he's charging straight for this egg. So to me, I feel like we might be in the, like in, you know, the first 2 or 3 weeks of June, it might be all about sort of living in the desire of it. And as we live in that, in the reality of that, we give voice to that and give power to that and give energy and, you know, sort of spiritual oomph to it, it starts to manifest in other ways in our life that allow us to then start to take action by month's end towards actually physically sort of bringing it in through our thoughts, our words, and our actions. I hope that makes sense. I know, Vicky, hey, Vicky, this is a crazy spread. I think that whatever each Aries has up their sleeve, right? Because each one of you, your golden egg is going to be something different. They're each going to be equally as important when we look at these three cards through the middle. And they're going to be certainly supported both, sort of, I want to say financially and emotionally, or, physically and emotionally by sort of our environment. The pursuit of this is so sort of, I don't know, in alignment that we're going to find ways and means to support ourselves in this pursuit as long as we sort of trust it. And we will trust it. That's sort of the Knight of Swords at the end of the month, is him actually jumping out there going, okay, tally ho, let's go after this. And in our mind, our ego and our mind get on that same page. And instead of like there being worry, fear, or doubt, we're actually, moving forward in thought, act, and deed towards doing it. Knights always, to me, are in service and honorable. So we will be doing it hopefully for the right reasons and, with the right intentions. That would be the indication I would also get from that Knight. So this should be a very exciting month for you guys, and a very beneficial month for you guys in your whole process of whatever it is you're working towards and working for. So that is your Aries reading, you guys. It's pretty exciting. Like I said, each one of you, it's going to be something different, but it's that thing, the one thing that you desire. What is it, Veruca? Is it Veruca Salt that says in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I want a golden goose, daddy. And that's what this is. This is about getting your golden goose, my dears. All right, you guys, I'm going to sign off. I may be back on later today to do the earth signs. If not, I will be on in the next day or two to get them done, because they will be the last group. Everybody else is up on the business page or on the Facebook, on YouTube. Please go over and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share these videos out with your friends. Let your friends know about me. Have them come over and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you guys all soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.